well, blow me down. For nearly 100 years, one sailor has ruled the seven seas of pop culture, with his squinty eye, massive forearms, and a corncob pipe that never seems to go out. Popeye the Sailor Man is an icon of strength and grit, but behind that tough exterior and his famous love for spinning, there's a whole ocean of surprising facts you probably never knew. So, hoist the sails, because we're diving deep into the weird and wonderful world of Popeye. Did you know Popeye wasn't even supposed to be this star? He first appeared way back in 1929 in a comic strip called Thimble Theater by E.C. Cigar. The strip originally focused on Olive Oyl and her quirky family. Popeye was just a temporary character, a salty sailor hired for a single voyage. But readers fell in love with him instantly. His gruff voice, his catchphrase "I am what I am," and his surprisingly good heart made him a breakout star. Before long, the comic was all about him, and the rest is history. Of course, you can't talk about Popeye without talking about spinach, that magical can of greens that gives him instant, world-beating strength. But here's the crazy part. The whole idea was based on a scientific mistake. A German scientist in the 1870s misplaced a decimal point, making it seem like spinach had 10 times more iron than it actually does. The myth stuck around for decades, and Popeye's creators ran with it. The result, spinach sales in the US skyrocketed by 33%. Popeye single-handedly made spinach cool for an entire generation. Talk about influence. And the character himself wasn't just pulled from thin air. Popeye's creator, Cigar, based him on a real person from his hometown of Chester, Illinois, a guy named Frank Rocky Fiegel, who was a one-eyed, pipe-smoking local tough guy, known for getting into fit. He was apparently a real-life Popeye, just without the soup. Even Olive Oyl and the Big Bully Bluto were inspired by other town locals, giving the whole cartoon a quirky, small-town feel. But wait, it gets sweeter. In the very early comic strips, Popeye's incredible strength didn't come from spinach at all. He got his power from petting a magical bird called a wiffle hen. Yes, you heard that right. Rubbing this lucky hen's head would grant him his famous strength. It was only when the Fleischer Studios started making the animated shorts that spinach became his go-to. It was a simpler, more visual gimmick for the cartoons, and it's the one that stuck. Over the years, Popeye became a true multimedia superstar. He had his own radio show, countless TV series, and a massive merchandise empire. We're talking lunchboxes, toys, and even government endorsements. During World War II, Popeye was used on posters to encourage Americans to eat their veggies, to stay strong for the war effort. He wasn't just a cartoon. He was a national icon for healthy eating, even if the science was a bit shaky. Then, in 1980, the legendary Robin Williams brought the sailor to life in a live-action musical film. It was a bizarre, charming, and totally unforgettable movie that perfectly captured Popeye's unique personality. Williams nailed the mumbling voice, the waddling walk, and the sailor's good-hearted nature, creating a version of the character that's still beloved by fans today. Popeye didn't just change animation, he changed the way we talk. Phrases like, well, blow me down, and that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more, became part of our everyday language. His unique, mumbled speech pattern and creative grammar inspired countless other cartoon voices that came after him. He was a true original. Even after almost a century, Popeye remains a symbol of the underdog who always comes out on top. He taught us that with a little bit of gratand, maybe a can of spinach, you can take on any bully and overcome any obstacle. He reminds us that true strength isn't just about muscles. It's about having courage, loyalty, and a heart of gold. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories behind your favorite characters. See you next time.